Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, I'm going to talk about 4G dual SIMs and the truth and the facts that you should know. I've been getting a lot of questions every day regarding 4G dual SIM functionality, and many people complain that the manufacturers claim that both the SIMs are 4G, but 4G does not work on both the SIMs at the same time. Yes, that's the truth. And now, as we have a Geo SIM, the problem is even more. I'll talk about that why, because the way the Geo SIM works is a little bit different compared to other SIMs that we have, for example, Airtel, Vodafone, Idea, etc. And to make it very clear, I'm going to test out and show you with three different smartphones. For example, this is the OnePlus 5 that is having the Qualcomm's latest chipset, that is the Snapdragon 835. I have this this is the Samsung Galaxy S8. This is having the Samsung's flagship Exynos processor, and we also have this Honor 8 which is having their fastest Kirin 960 SoC. And you'll see that yes, all these three smartphones claim to have 4G on dual SIMs, but the fact is that at a given point only one of the SIMs can be 4G. The other SIM will actually revert to 2G and 3G signal. That is how it is. And let me actually open these smartphones and show you. So here we have the three smartphones, OnePlus 5, the Galaxy S8 and the Honor 8. Let's first test it with this OnePlus 5. And if you notice closely, right now VoLTE is there. That means my mobile data is set to Geo, and my secondary SIM is Airtel 4G. And the thing is that now I can make calls and stuff with the Geo. Let me actually show you. Let's go to the settings. My SIM 1, if you go to the SIM manager, my SIM 1 is Airtel and my SIM 2 is Geo. And as you can see, for mobile data, it is set to SIM 2, that is Geo. So Geo is working perfectly, data is working, it's on 4G. As you can see, we can browse the web and do stuff. For example, if we go here, I can type anything, let's say rediff, mail or whatever, and it will work. This is working on the Geo network. And we can also make VoLTE calls. For example, let's try 1-800 111. This is Indian Railways toll-free line, and I'm going to use the SIM 2 slot because that is our Geo. And if you line busy as usual, so it worked fine. And now what I'll do is let's go to the settings again, mobile settings, and now I'll change my mobile data from the Geo SIM to the Airtel SIM. See what will happen now. Both SIM slots are 4G enabled. I don't have to swap the SIM for 4G, but I have to select which SIM will have the mobile data. And it will take some time. It takes about 30-40 seconds. And now my Airtel SIM is showing that 4G signal. And you'll notice that now the VoLTE signal has completely disappeared. So as you can see, in fact, the signal is lost for the Reliance Geo, showing blank. And now what will happen is, let's say if we make the same call now, 1-800 111 139, and the SIM 2 is Geo, it will give an error that it cannot make a call. For example, as you can see, cellular network not available. And this is the reason because the Geo SIM requires 4G network to work. That's how it is. So if I revert back my settings, if I go back and set it back, the data to Geo, everything will work fine. So this is the flagship chipset by Qualcomm, Snapdragon 835. And even on this one, both the SIMs at the same time cannot have 4G data. So that is one thing. Again, now it's back to VoLTE. Now it will work. So that's how it is. Let me actually show you with this Galaxy S8 also. This one, the Indian variant, this has the Exynos processor. And as you can see, right now VoLTE is on. That means I'm using, if I go to the settings and if I show you the connection and mobile SIM manager, the SIM 2 is Geo, and my mobile data is set to the SIM 2, that is Geo. That is why I'll be able to make calls, etc. Again, with the second SIM, let's try this. It's making the call.
కాల్ చేసిన లైన్లన్నీ బిజీగా ఉన్నాయి.
Yeah, Indian Railway is always busy. So I'm able to make the call, and I can also make the call, same call, 1-800-111-139, even with my Airtel SIM, as you can see.
You are not dialing a valid number.
Okay, whatever. I must have dialed whatever. But I can make a call even with the Airtel, because the Airtel network works even on 3G and 2G. But again, let me go back and show you guys. If we go to the settings, and now I'm going to change my mobile data from the SIM 2, that is Jio, to my Airtel SIM. And yeah, this is going to take about 30 odd seconds it takes, changing the network and stuff. You'll notice that the signal, let's just go back, it takes about 30 seconds. The Jio, if you notice, the bars just went away, and that VoLTE signal also went away. Now if I try to make a call, again that 1-800-111-139 with the second SIM, that is our Jio, it will give an error. It will simply not make a call, because the network is not there. The reason for that is Jio requires 4G network to work. So if you set the other SIM, for example Airtel or anything else, as your primary mobile network, Jio will not work. That is the same thing even on this Honor device, same functionality. If I set the Jio SIM to non-mobile data, it won't make any calls, and the signal will simply go. It's not that both the SIMs are 4G, slots are enabled for both of them, but at a given moment only one of the SIMs can be 4G enabled. So as you can see, all these smartphones, these are flagship smartphones. Yes, both the SIM slots are 4G enabled, but at a given moment, when and from the dual SIM settings, you have to select which of the SIMs will have the mobile data, and the SIM that you'll select that will have the mobile data will be allotted 4G, and the other SIM will revert to 3G and 2G. This might not be a problem if you're using Airtel, Vodafone, etc., because Airtel, Vodafone, Idea, etc. have 4G, 3G and 2G network. That's how they work. But the problem with the Reliance Jio network is that it's just a 4G network. It does not work on 3G or 2G. So if in a dual SIM setup, let's say it's Airtel and Jio that you are having, and you set the Airtel one as your primary mobile data, it will work. But you'll notice that the Jio signal will simply go off, because what the mobile is doing is that for the Jio one, as you haven't set it to the mobile data, it is reverting it down to 2G or 3G. And as the Jio network does not work on 2G or 3G, it simply does not work. So if you're using a combination of Jio or Airtel or Jio or any other Idea, Vodafone, etc., what you have to do is set the mobile data to the Jio network. That way it will latch on to the VoLTE network, and the secondary network, whatever you have, can be your Airtel, etc. That is how I use the combination of my Jio and Airtel SIM. So I hope this video makes sense and eases the confusion regarding the 4G dual SIM functionality, and many people are confused about it. So if you found that this video is helpful, I'll urge that you share this video with your friends and relatives. They might also be confused, and they should know the facts about dual SIM 4G functionality on smartphones. Again, if you found this video helpful, I'll appreciate if you can click the like button, and if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.